Hey, what's up guys? Joseph Fountain here. So today I want to go over 7 things that can help you grow your Instagram. Yes, 7. It's an odd number, but that's what I have. I have 7 things that can help you grow your Instagram. So guys, I thought I'd make this video about Instagram growth. And yes, some of these tips and things are unpopular, or people don't like to really talk about them, or they hide the fact that they may do it too, or whatever the case is. But I do want to talk about this because I feel like there's some areas that you may not be aware of that you can do that can really help you with your Instagram. Yes, now some of them you may have heard of, but I do want to kind of break it down so you can kind of get a little bit better understanding. So starting with number 1, it's engagement. So understand engagement does a lot. Now we're not talking about just the engagement on your post. Yes, if you put a post up and people are commenting, you definitely want to engage. But what we're talking about is engaging with others, engaging with communities. Because with Instagram, just like Facebook, once you start to engage with people, especially if you guys are following each other, then your stuff shows up in their feed, and then their stuff actually shows up in your feed. Now under engagement are things like likes, comments, DM messages, yes, engaging within your own Instagram posts, as well as engaging in conversations with people in other Instagram posts, especially if they're within your niche or niche. And yes, one of the most unpopular ones that for some reason people don't like to talk about, but and a lot of people say it doesn't work, but it actually does. A lot of people have used it, and that's follow unfollow. And no, listen, I'm not a fan of the follow unfollow. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying that's just something that people do that actually does work. And it actually can work very fast. The process is just annoying, and it kind of it's kind of douchey just to follow, unfollow, or whatever the case is. But that is a system that actually works. Now, some people do it manually through different apps, and then some people do it through automation. You kind of see a lot of the automated engagement with people putting like random comments like, yo, that was nice, dude, and like you're a girl with a post, and you're like, what? It's because it's just they put a comment, a feature on whatever automated program they're using, and it goes through hashtags and makes comments on certain posts that are within those hashtags. However, automation does help, and it does work, and a lot of people use it, but they just probably won't tell you that they do use it. Now, unfortunately, no, I do not have any automated companies to recommend to you, but there are some out there. Do your own research, because to be truthful, and really to get a lot of engagement, from likes and comments and things like that, you have to comment and like a lot. So you have to put out time to do that, throughout your day. Maybe set an hour at night or an hour during the day or whatever you have, and just comment and like a bunch of stuff. Now, there are parameters around that. For example, Instagram does not like you to like more than 300 pictures within an hour. And those parameters are constantly changing, so you do want to be mindful of things like that. But what engagement does is engagement causes people to see your name in their their notifications, and they want to know who you are and what you do, especially if you have a name that is very intriguing. And they'll click on your profile, and then they begin to decipher if they want to stick around or not, or click on links that you may have within your account. Now this brings me to tip number 2. You don't hear a lot of people talk about this tip, but you want to have a nice looking page. Yes, I said it, a nice looking page. The reason is because Instagram is a very visual type of platform. It's nothing but pictures. So you have to be able to engage, and you have to be able to create content that's revolved around pictures or videos. So if you're a celebrity, when millions of people know you all over the world, your Instagram account doesn't have to be, any old type of way. It can be however, it doesn't matter. Whatever you post, you don't even have to have a caption, any hashtags, whatever. Millions of people already know you, so they're going to like it anyway. They're going to comment or whatever, whatever the case is. But if you're not famous and if you're not a celebrity, then you want to make sure that your page makes sense. So when people see that you're taking time to create a theme, you're taking time with your pictures that you can do right from your phone, you're taking time to put whether it's the same filter or the same colors or just different patterns, people like to see that. And then what they do is they typically stick around on your page because it shows that you're actually putting in some type of time, and people have a tendency to like that. So after the engagement that you're doing and engagement that's happening, then people are sticking around. People aren't just coming on your page and just liking. You'll see some people come, they'll like some posts, say, wow, that's nice. And then they'll decide, you know what, I think I want to follow him or her. I want to follow what they're doing, especially if they're in the same, niche as you. Which brings me to my next point is the content. So you want to be mindful of the content. So whatever category or whatever it is that you're trying to promote or whatever it is that you talk about on your page, you want to make sure the content is good. You want to make sure that your content isn't just bland and you don't have any captions on your pictures. You want to have a story. You want to have, a journey. You want people to be able to be inspired. If it's entertainment, you want them to laugh, or whatever it is that you want to project from your page. You want to make sure that content does that. You want to make sure that things make sense. You don't want to have a picture of something and then have a description of something that's totally off and is outside of what it is that you're trying to, show people, or what it is that you want to attract, or whatever the case is, but you want to make sure that your page is full of great content and people can learn from it, grow from it, or laugh from it, or whatever it is that you're trying to project. Because when people come to your page and they just see your page and it's like nothing, you don't have any pictures, or it's just kind of a page that's just there. You didn't give no effort to it. Then, they don't stick around, because it's like, well, why should I follow you? That's what people want to know. Why should I follow you with all these other people out here? Why should I follow you? So you have to be able to answer that question without people asking. All right. So answer that question by setting up your account, setting up the way that your homepage looks, setting those things up, and having, good captions or good information, your thoughts. It doesn't have to be popular thoughts. It can just be your thoughts and the way that you see the world. People really want to see that. They want to hear how you see the world. They don't want to hear what everybody else is saying. Even you just might be able to deliver it different. You might also be able to just give a different perspective on something, and without having to say it the same way, but just your angle on it. Don't be afraid to share those things, because that's what people want to see. And so the next tip is using hashtags. You've heard of this before, but you definitely want to use your hashtags. You can put up to 30 hashtags within your comment box or on the actual caption of your post. I recommend you put it, within your comment box, because hey, you can put your hashtags in your comment box, and it can reach a certain amount of hashtags and it gets seen. But then you could also come back and delete that comment, and you can put another comment with hashtags, and it'll make it look like that post is new, and it'll be seen by a whole another group. So what I'm saying is, like, you can put hashtags, 30 hashtags in the comments. And let it run for like a couple days, 3 days. Then you can come back and you can actually put those same hashtags back in there in that comment, and it'll just kind of refresh your post, like in those areas, those hashtag areas. Now, of course, you want to have a hashtag mix. You don't want to have all the hashtags that have like 20 million pictures in it. You want to have some where your pictures or your posts can actually be in an area where it's not a lot, like it's probably 10,000, or 5,000 and things like that. You want to also make sure that you are choosing some hashtags that are relevant to the post, but also hashtags that have those, numbers, because when you put in hashtags, it shows you right next to it, how large it is. And so you can scroll down, and when you scroll down and you look, you'll see that within those same words, let's say if I put like debt-free community, or I put debt-free, it's going to have other options, and I can scroll and look at those, and I can choose some of those hashtags as well. Another hashtag secret that a lot of people may not know is you can actually do hashtags on your stories. And when you do that, it puts your hashtag in that same group of hashtags, but in the story section. And people watch that, people look at that, and people can discover your page through hashtags on your stories. So the next tip you can do is you can use other platforms. If you already have like a Facebook, a Twitter, or you have a YouTube, or whatever other social media accounts that you have, then what you can do is you can always just ask people to go and follow you or make them aware. What you can do is you can also say, hey guys, if you know that I talk about business and I talk about this, that, and the other, well, I put a certain amount of tips, I place them only on my Instagram. So if people want to get these tips from you, or they want to see these pictures from you, or they want to get this entertainment from you, you can make it so that they can only get a certain type or a certain amount or a certain feature or whatever it is you offer only from Instagram. So they have to go to Instagram, to see those things, right? Because that's where you put it. It can be family, pictures, photos, or moments and things like that. Hey guys, well, I know I don't share my family stuff on Facebook, but hey, you come over to Instagram and that's where I'm sharing all my family things or whatever the case is. Those some things that you can use that will help to kind of get people that already are attached to you or followers to come over to your Instagram. Now the sixth one is running ads. Self-explanatory. You can run ads, especially if you're trying to promote a business or a message or what have you, or something that you've done. Using ads can definitely help you get in front of people that you've never met, because once you run an ad, your ads will actually display to whoever you want to see it. Meaning the people that are within certain categories and what they like and what they're interested in, they're the only ones that's going to see that post. And you can set that up, and literally people can now see that, hey, if I want to come to this person for photography or for finance or for business or for whatever it may be, for makeup, whatever, I can go to their page because this is what they talk about. And when you use ads, the ads just help you get in front of those people that you really want to be connected to anyway. Because see, the deal is you're not trying to reach everybody. You're just trying to reach those people that are looking for what you have to offer. You're trying to reach those people that want you, that want what you bring to the table. And that's not everybody. Unfortunately, we are not for everybody. And you have to be okay with that. So then you'll spend less time trying to market to all these people that don't even care about what you do. And for a last tip, you can hire somebody to do the marketing for you. Yes, you can hire somebody. There are companies, there are individuals, there are businesses that will, handle your Instagram market and grow it for you. And there are a good amount of people that, use companies to do that, and so there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you do, then that's what you do. Especially if you don't have the time at all, especially if you just don't have time to fool with it and you have the money that you can do that, especially if your business is already thriving, you just hire somebody to help manage your social media, to help manage your Instagram, to help grow it, and they'll do similar things. Or if they have a system in place, which a lot of marketing agencies do, they have a system in place where they can help you reach a lot of people. Now, granted, we're talking about, growing our Instagram and reaching a lot of people, but Instagram growth just isn't in the numbers of how many people are following you or how many likes you have. It's also in how many sales you get. So understanding that, yes, it's nice to get all of the people following you and things like that, but it's also really good to make sure that you're making an impact. So you can have 100,000 people that are following you and 99,000 of them aren't even engaged with you. Or you can have 10,000 people, or you can have 1,000 people following you, and all 1,000 of those people want what you have and are willing to buy what you offer. Because a lot of times in business, what people do is they see things they see things the wrong way. They look at the quantity of people and that's nice. But let's just say, for example, if you have a product that is $100, right? That's $100. So anytime one person buys that product, that's $100 that you make. Let's say you want to make $1,000 a week. Well, how many people does it take for you to make $1,000 a week? It takes 10, not a million. It only takes 10 people to buy from you. So if you start to break it down, you can see that you can still make your income goals with less amount of people, especially if you have products that are higher. They're like $500, or like say if you have a product that's $1,000, you sell 10 of those like in a 6-month period. You've made $10,000 extra dollars. Or if you did it in a 2-month period or in a 1-month period, right? So now you can see where your income and the money, you can make it fine just based off of having the right people connected to you that actually want to buy from you. So be careful. Don't get caught up in the numbers. I know Instagram is trying to change things around that so people aren't so, number savvy and so number hungry or whatever you want to call it, just looking for fame and looking for likes and things like that. But understand, if you have the right people connected to you, it will pay you more than having a whole lot of people that don't care about what you're talking about. So hey guys, I hope this has been helpful. So like, subscribe, stick around. I'm going to be putting out more videos about different business things on the channel. I promise. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.